Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I used my Uncle James King James's version of the prophecy to put together the book of Zion, which is the lines and precepts of the prophetic text reordered into their natural configuration, like a jigsaw puzzle. And what I came up with was the Book of Zion, and in order to publish that, I wrote the Pot Smoker's Bible. Now I'm doing these shows in order to put out the message that I found embedded in the text. Now, the Bible belongs to the Christian religion, and it stems from the Jewish text. And but it actually belongs to the pot smokers. It was written, the Ketuvim, the testament of the prophecy, was written for pot smokers and drug users, particularly those residing in the United States of America. It foretells current events and the coming result of those events. Okay? It projected 3,000 years ago the presidency of Donald Trump, COVID-19 pandemic, and the uprising known as Black Lives Matter. These are the three main elements of 2020, making 2020 the year of the controversy of Zion, because the book is about these three events, how they correlate, how they work out, and what 2021 brings. This is our darkest hour. God knows we need to get through this darkest hour. Get past this grueling winter and all the deaths that are about to be enacted. My heart hurts for all the good things that are coming. Literally. I rant and rage about the deaths that I foresee because of the actions of Trump, because of all of his super spreading rallies. He has mass infected the United States of America with COVID-19. He's done it on purpose. He'll call it herd immunity, but in reality, it's the rich man's call. The population of the human race is becoming untenable. We can't sustain it. So they're letting the pandemic kill off the most vulnerable, weakest people, as in nature, hence herd. That was their decision. They, being the United States of America, headed by Trump and Mitch McConnell. And why don't we make it a Christian threesome and put Graham in there? Okay, those three men together make up what do they use? A, a cabal of evil. A cabal of evil. An evil triad. A triad, that's it. They are a triad within the government that have totally put us on a path of destruction. Now, that was Trump's main purpose of being elected. The Great put him in power. They put him in power to do just what he's doing. He is causing an uprising of the white supremacists. Those that he believes are the cream of the crop, who are actually the scum of the earth. You see, when you boil the pot, the scum comes to the surface. And that's what all these Trump idiots are. They're the scum. The true scum of the earth. And they're going to, if my calculations are right, and, current events indicate that they are already starting this, they're going to try to suppress the vote. But the vote's already been in. And Trump's super spreading rallies are going to prevent a good number of people from voting for him. Some of them will turn away from him because of their family members getting sick from the COVID after the rally. The rest of them be in jail for voter suppression, or they will be too busy handling the voter suppression to vote. I wish to see a peaceful vote, but I don't see it happening. Would I foresee? God, I hope. I foresee the Latinos and the blacks overcrowding the voting on election day. They're waiting for election day to vote in order to suppress the white vote. So the white Trump voters are going to be in trucks and cars with their flags and their guns going around the polling places harassing the voters, as I just read an article that they've already done 1% in one spot. They're going to continue to do this on voting day. It's going to be it could be a bloody massacre. Or, well, it could be politically a bloody massacre for Trump. If the blacks and Hispanics are waiting for election day to overcrowd the boothing to prevent the white Trump voters from reaching the polls, that would be one of my thoughts. That's one of my ideas. Or at least that should have been. I can't remember when but the minute I heard reporting that the blacks hadn't been voting and that the Hispanics hadn't been voting, I got this cool idea that they were going to wait to suppress the white vote. Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be funny? Fuck! That would be hilarious. So, and then the Democrats that haven't voted, because there are Democrats that haven't voted, but what if there's a bunch of Republicans who are waiting to vote on Democratic on election day? Because I foresee by the end of this vote, the only people who will be voting for Trump will be QAnon, white supremacists, Fox viewers, Republicans fooled by the tyrants of a madman. And he will go down in history as a Caligula type figure with a reputation of a Hitler and a Napoleon. Attempted failure. It's like he thinks that he's a great leader. He thinks that he has the world at his feet. He thinks that his uneducated, white supremacist, evangelical minority is the majority. But we're going to find out on election day just how much of a minority Trump voters really are. And I think that they're going to be found. I think the blacks and the Hispanics are going to keep the whites from voting. I think they're going to do it by camping out the night before, facing the weather, to be the first ones at the booth in such a vast quantity of number in every state. As a coordinated Black Lives Matters movement, maybe? I don't know. But I'd do it. That would be my thought. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a very interesting day. I believe that Trump's white supremacists will be found to be a lot less than he thinks that they are. He thinks that he's going to slim by. Okay, for some reason he thinks he's popular. He's not. He's the least popular incumbent ever. He thinks that he's got the numbers in this hidden side Trump voters. Yeah, there are a few people out there who are shy enough to believe it. And we're going to see what those numbers are. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe 2/3 of America are white supremacists. We'll see. But 2/3 of America aren't white. So we'll see how much of the white vote actually goes towards Trump. And may the blacks and Hispanics outwit the whites. May my people be so much more intelligent than those white supremacist people out in those trucks and those cars with all those guns trying to intimidate everybody. Because I got news for you. My people are done being intimidated. You can't intimidate us anymore. Not a bit. So if you haven't voted, and there's still time, maybe think about going really early on election day and packing those lines with Democrats. Let's show Trump just how fallible his plans are. Because, see, he plans on having all his white supremacists, all his supporters, vote on election day. It's too late to do anything about it now. So let's see how much of a landslide we can make this vote. If you haven't voted, if you can still register, if you are registered, if you haven't decided, hey, let's show Trump what good, honest, decent people think of him. I think it's already been done. I think everything that's already been cast is so overwhelming that the Republicans just won't have the numbers. May the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. And may they teach you right from wrong. May they protect you, guide you, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Please, find your joy and pursue it. Pick your guild, guys. Let's create guilds, learn skills, take care of ourselves. happiness is getting high. If you're staying happy and being high, more power to you. Love you. Later. Goodbye. Never gonna say goodbye.